Okay, so I'm. Boy, you're sounding excited. Anyway, I'm in my car in the passenger seat, and hand holding my camera, and I'm beside me is my service manager at Clarkedale Volkswagen, and his name is Jens.
How's it going, guys?
Okay, well, keep your eyes on the road, Jens. Okay, so. I kind of have withdrawal symptoms because I spent years having my car serviced at Clarkedale, and he knows how much I love my Touareg diesel, and now I'm in an Audi, so I feel not too bad because it's part of the same family. But I haven't seen him since I've had when it's about a year since I've seen you, right? No, in December last year.
Yeah,
when I gave up my Touareg, he was there, and
it's been that long, huh?
It's been a while, but it's a real pleasure to see you again, Jens. And so I thought, well, I'll come by and show off my new Audi E-tron, and thought I would say hi to my buddy Jens. And so this is his first drive in an Audi E-tron. Is that right, Jens?
Yeah, that's my first time, and this car is just fantastic.
Well, you didn't really give it anything through its paces yet, but what's the first impressions that you have?
Oh, just the ride quality is just it's a different ball game, and I'm honestly just speechless and just really enjoying the drive of the car right now, and yeah. I definitely need one of these at some point.
Okay, but it's not a Volkswagen.
It's not a Volkswagen, but
and your shirt says Clarkedale Volkswagen.
No one saw that.
Well, I'm going to be posting this anyway. But it's the same family. Even when I did my cross-country tour, I stopped at quite a few Volkswagen dealerships, and for them, it was like part of the same family. So I don't think you have to worry, Jens.
Okay.
Good. Anyway, it's a real pleasure to see you, and we're gonna just continue the drive here. We're just not far from. We just went up near
Queen Elizabeth Park right now.
Yeah, near Nat Bailey Stadium,
yeah.
Where Clarkedale is very close to. Okay, so what are some of the other impressions? You said something.
The ergonomics of just how everything's laid out is phenomenal. You feel like there's a lot going on, but it's nice. It's everything's accessible, but this ride, wow, it is butter smooth. Just the bumps and everything like that, you barely notice it. The silence of the vehicle as well is just really, really, really nice.
We do live in a beautiful city, don't we?
Absolutely.
It's good to be back home in Vancouver.
100%, the place where it's sunny all the time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, especially on a day like today, you just forget about the rainy days, that's
exactly.
For sure. Yeah, it just makes the sun that much more appreciated, living in this beautiful city. Okay.
And we're going to take it for... I need to open up the legs a little bit on this.
Well, if you take a look here, you're in the S mode, which stands for Sport, which means that you're capable of doing 0 to 60. Not that you can do it right here.
Yeah.
But if you give it a bit of a pump there, you'll see the power.
Ooh, wow. Woo! That is, wow. That's got some kick to it. Really, really.
Well, and you didn't even put it to the floor, did you?
No, not like, I would say just halfway.
Yeah, no, it definitely has some jump to it.
Yeah.
And yet I'll put it in the drive mode, which is not quite as responsive. Okay. It's a bit more on a comfort level.
Okay.
So if you just press the accelerator just a little bit, it takes a bit of time to respond. You notice?
Yeah.
Do you feel the difference?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you guys also, does this car have like kind of, because we have the e-Golf, and I know you can put it into certain drive modes where you've got a little bit of regen happening as soon as you take your foot off the throttle, the car's starting to slow down a little bit just to charge the battery. Does this car come with something?
Yeah, you have two settings. You have a manual and automatic.
Okay.
When you put it in manual, that's when you take your foot off the accelerator. You can't call it a gas pedal anymore.
Okay.
Then the first time you do a regen on the paddles, then it kicks in for the regen automatically.
Okay.
So you have the two settings. So if you want to do a one pedal drive, you can do that.
Okay.
So if you just let it, just take your foot off the accelerator and hit the regen. Yeah, just do it there.
Which one?
Hit
This
it.
one?
Yeah.
Trip computer.
No. Right here.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, do you feel that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it's like the little shifter paddles on the steering wheel.
Okay.
And the next time you do it, you'll see when you take your foot off the accelerator, it'll start to slow down right away. You see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you're charging as we speak.
And you're charging as you speak, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, be careful not to scratch the car, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this car's so nimble.
Yeah, I mean, I was a bit worried. I mean, this car is definitely wider than my Touareg.
Yeah.
Like my golf clubs will fit sideways, in the back, and it has room to spare. Where I had to do it on my Touareg, I literally had to take off a plastic cover, where it's not really designed to do that.
Yeah.
To fit in the golf clubs. But here you've got room to spare. And I was a bit nervous, being a little wider, what's it going to be like through parking spots and stuff. And really, it's the adjustment time was almost nothing. It was no problem at all.
Yeah.
And it helps to have the heads-up display. It's not the heads-up display, but the parking assist.
Yeah.
It's a bird's eye view. So
wow.
Yeah.
So it's from like the top.
From the top. I mean, there's no camera on the top, but all the cameras are on the side of the car.
Okay.
The computer kind of figures it out, and of course it knows what the top of the car looks like, right?
Yeah.
So and that's really good, because when a lot of times when you're trying to squeeze into a parking spot, you can see exactly how much space you got on each side, and you can makes it easier to park for sure.
This car just drives fantastic. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I can't believe you've done 25,000 kilometers on it already.
Yeah.
Almost 26. That's
Getting there.
wow. It's fantastic.
And tell me about the electrification plans for Clarkedale, as far as the vehicles.
So, to my understanding, like Volkswagen we're going to be getting a ID4 model, which is SUV, probably not as large as the E-tron here, but they're hoping to have it within a year and a half. Have up to a charge of range of 500 kilometers.
Does that car come in different variants as far as battery size?
I don't know that information quite yet.
The ID3 comes in 3 different variants.
Okay.
Has the lowest price one, which is supposed to be, 30,000 euro or something like that.
Euros. Yeah.
That's going to come with a battery that's going to give you about 350 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
Okay, the base one. Then the next one's going to be about 400 or 425, and then they're going to have one that's going to be over 500.
Okay.
And that one's going to be all fully loaded, souped up and everything, and that's the ID3. But you're saying the ID3 is not coming into Canada?
No, not coming. It's strictly, I believe, for the European market, or possibly elsewhere internationally, but not for North America. We're going to be getting the ID4, which is just a little bit of a larger vehicle, strictly for our market. But that vehicle is going to be exclusive to Canada and the United States, to my knowledge.
Well, you probably sell way more SUVs than you do sedans.
Yeah. Tiguan is probably our number 1 selling car. Outside of the Golf family. Just with kind of the automotive trend, everyone's going for large vehicles nowadays, and that's kind of the direction that everything's going.
I mean, that's the
right
direction
now.
that Audi took. They knew that electrification. People want SUVs. It's been like the Q5 has been their number 1 seller by far.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit bigger than a Q5 and a little bit smaller than a Q7.
Yeah.
So it's just for me, it's the perfect size. I mean, it's a great size.
Yeah. For your car, did you have to? You got to do a factory order on it? Is that correct?
That way I could get exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I got the color I wanted, the wheels I wanted. One of the things that that I would recommend for when you're selling really any car in BC is to don't go for the super low profile tires.
Okay.
And if you're going to do electric, because the smaller rims are lighter, and that's going to make a difference in range. And the other thing is, a lot of people think that these really low profile wheels and tire setups, they look nice.
Yeah.
And you would think that they would handle better, and they probably might be a little bit better handling.
Yep.
But when you hit a pothole, man, how many in your dealership? How many rims and tires have been ruined by guys hitting potholes? I mean, how many?
You gotta, like, if we look at kind of just the guys with Golf R's, so forth. We always send wheels out to get refinished or to get re-straightened out just because of potholes. So yeah, Harvey definitely makes a good point in terms of the low profile tires might have the look to them, but in terms of them getting damaged, it's pretty high.
And that's, I mean, that's not the reason why I didn't choose the 20-inch or the 21-inch when I chose this vehicle here. I wanted the 19-inch because they said right away that it's more fuel efficient.
Yeah.
You know, and it's better rolling resistance.
Yeah.
And it came with true summer tires, so you're going to get better economy going to a true summer tire.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I made that choice.
Yeah.
And you have to admit, it's nice and smooth.
It is.
And the tires have a lot to do with that.
Yeah. Is what brand of tires are on this car?
They're Bridgestone.
Bridgestone. Okay.
Yeah, it came with the car. Okay. You know, I had a choice of 3 different tire rim sizes.
Yep.
And you had a choice of 2 standard versions, a 20-inch, which came with all-season tires, and the 19-inch, which came with pure summer tires.
Okay.
And I am so glad that I made that choice.
Yeah.
And my sales guy George over at Audi downtown, I'll give a plug to Audi downtown.
Yeah.
Great dealership close to where I live, so it's convenient as well. He said that nobody that he placed orders with ordered the 19-inch.
Oh wow.
And most of them either ordered the 20-inch,
okay,
or if they wanted to pay a little extra, go for the 21-inch. Because I mean, the 21-inch rims were beautiful rims, no question, and it's your traditional looking Audi rims. Okay. But the rims that came on for the 19-inch have a different look to the regular Audi rims.
Okay.
And I think that really set my car apart a little bit, looking more like an e-car.
Yep.
And I'm so glad that I did that choice.
Yeah.
And it'll be better for winter too, because when you're going in the wintertime, you get better snow traction with a little bit higher profile tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting close to Clarkedale.
Yeah, we're getting back home here, people.
So there's my old stomping ground.
Yeah.
And it's really great to, I'm going to say, come home to Volkswagen.
Absolutely.
Even though I'm in an Audi, but it's part of the Audi family, right? Out of the Volkswagen AG family.
Great. Yeah, we've even got an e-Golf up front here getting charged currently.
There you go. What's the waiting list right now for e-Golfs?
I think we are still at 18 months currently.
Jeez. So my next door neighbor, or my across the street neighbor, was able to find an e-Golf that somebody didn't want to complete their purchase on, and they got one right away. And they're asking me, should they go for it? And I said yes.
Absolutely.
And by the way, they also demoed a Hyundai Kona.
Okay.
Which has more range, but they preferred the drive of the e-Golf much better.
Okay.
And they also like the fit and finish of the e-Golf, and they also like the fact they didn't have to wait, a year for the Hyundai Kona.
Yeah.
I mean, electric cars are becoming very, very popular. It's just that the demand is higher than the supply right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, any final comments that you'd like to make?
No, Harvey, thank you so much for letting me drive my first e-tron. It was a fantastic experience. Definitely something to work towards in life. Anybody who can get into one of these cars, I highly recommend it. If not, e-Golf is also a fantastic car because I've driven it a lot as well.
That's great.
We're going into the electronic age, so this is the future.
It is the future. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Anyway, Jens, for all the years that you've been, you started out actually as my customer service rep.
Yeah.
And then you were promoted to the service manager.
Yeah, yeah.
So, with the excess income, I'm hoping that one day you'll be able to afford an Audi.
Yes. Someday.
Anyway,
no one
you're still a young guy.
That.
I'm 66 years old now, so you'll have a lot of time.
Yeah.
And but of course, it's the same family, and I'm really happy to spend some time with you.
Yeah.
And it's great to come back to Clarkedale Volkswagen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for visiting, Harvey.
Okay, you bet. Thank you.